I get this chance. Could this work? I have another life if this fails. Kevin Costner is famous in movies. Fans love him for his acting, politics, and lavish lifestyle. Many believe you should spend for comfort if you can. But if you think about it, those things usually cost you, sometimes a lot. On top of being comfortable, Costner puts himself in dangerous circumstances and tries to ignore the risks. Think this lead him where? Costner spent a lot on what? Watch this video to learn about Kevin Costner's unusual life. Extravagant life, the start of everything. Kevin Costner has been having a terrible time recently, starting with his personal issues, career decisions, and expensive lifestyle. Over the years, Costner has worked hard and achieved a lifestyle most others can only dream about. He owns land, as well as multi-million-dollar enterprises and other assets. Despite his successful life and multiple divorces, he strives hard to be a good dad. Do you know that he took financial risks, gave up items he wanted, and was incredibly dedicated to his projects? But these things are also cracking Kevin Costner's wall. What's with Costner? Especially since his movie Horizon and American Saga didn't fare well despite his personal investment. He must pay all child support each month because he and Christine are divorcing. Watch out now. This narrative is thought-provoking. Start with the beginning of each. Many thought it was from his early acting days. Let's assess the outcome. Kevin Costner wasn't as affluent as we imagine. He was born January 18th, 1955, in Linwood, California. His father was Southern California Edison electrician William Costner. Welfare worker Sharon Ray was his mother. Due to his dad's business, his family relocated around California, but Kevin enjoyed a typical childhood. Costner's childhood was ordinary. His shyness and difficulty fitting in at school were partly due to their frequent moves. A child will be hurt by that. Despite the chaos, one thing was apparent. He enjoyed storytelling and had a bright mind. He started writing poems and considered writing. But moving? That was unimportant until later. Costner majored in business at California State University, Fullerton. It seemed far from Hollywood at first. College helped him learn acting. He took side acting lessons in his senior year at Fullerton. His attitude shift caused several issues. He couldn't choose between a secure corporate job and a risky desire. On a flight to Mexico, fate connected him with Richard Burton. Meeting the famous actor inspired him to become a full-time actor. After meeting Burton, he resigned his marketing job and pursued acting, despite the financial hardship. Kevin Costner started his career poorly. His first few years in Hollywood were filled with interviews, tiny roles, and rejections. His first role was in the softcore film Sizzle Beach, USA, which he probably would rather forget. The movie came released after he was famous, yet it was crucial to his early career. He worked odd jobs like driving a truck and sitting on fishing boats to make ends meet. It was necessary but not fun or demanding for Costner at this time. His accomplishment wasn't accidental. It took much effort from him. For years, he lived in modest flats, took acting workshops, and improved his craft while waiting for his big break. The 1983 film The Major Chill was Costner's first major break. Lawrence Kasdan ran this show. The film was about college classmates reuniting after a death. Costner was supposed to appear in flashbacks as dying pal Alex for most of the film. Sadly, all of his moments were deleted from the final film, leaving him without lines of speech or a part. Costner was seriously hurt. Still, he persisted. He recognized an opportunity to progress. Despite his sadness, he pursued his dream. Due to his belief that his big break was still ahead, he kept trying and took up tiny roles. Lawrence Kasdan directed Silverado, Costner's breakthrough film, in 1985. The same director kept Costner from getting mad and leaving. This Western movie was his chance, so he took it. He played charming yet irresponsible cowboy Jake well. Many liked the show. He excelled. The film's success boosted his Hollywood fame. Costner suddenly moved from struggling actor to possible star. He took his next steps carefully after Silverado opened doors. He was selective about his roles, choosing good screenplays and directors. Costner became a famous actor by the late 1980s because to this strategy. Costner was also successful in Brian De Palma's 1987 film, The Untouchables. This film starred Price as Elliot Ness, a famous cop who caught Al Capone. The role was distinct from other horse roles, yet it displayed his acting versatility. The Untouchables was a hit, and Costner's performance won him followers. There were also detractors. This film boosted his Hollywood fame. He was no longer a rising star. He came, one step at a time after years. Always exercise if you don't give up. The Untouchables' success allowed him to demand higher money and choose his ventures. Costner's increased prosperity began to reflect in his lifestyle. He bought a vast ranch in Aspen, Colorado. He avoided Hollywood stress there. That seemed good at first. If you have comfort, pay for it. Watch how it went. It was commonly known that he loved fishing and horseback riding. He relaxed in leisure on his property. Kevin Costner's 1990 film Dances with Wolves was a major career milestone. Not simply another movie, Costner directed and starred in this epic western, making the movie cost over $22 million, which is expensive. This was a lot of money for a director's debut. Many in Hollywood doubted Costner could accomplish it. It worked wonderfully for Dances with Wolves. Box office was strong for the film. A hit at the box office means it fared well in business. 7 of its 12 Oscar nominations were won, including Best Picture and Best Director for Kevin Costner. This made him one of Hollywood's most admired, manager and performer. After Dances with Wolves' box office success, Costner's life got finer. He was suddenly a Hollywood superstar with all the benefits. Costner bought a California seaside home and a big Santa Barbara mansion after getting into real estate. He enjoyed luxury cars, private jets, and international travel. But Costner remained grounded in many respects despite his lavish lifestyle. He sometimes retreats to his land to relax. In 1991, Costner won again with Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves. This movie released soon after Dances with Wolves and did well. Despite mixed reviews, the film grossed over $390 million overseas. Playing the notorious criminal made Costner more bankable. Around this time, Costner was at his best. He was a successful Hollywood actor. That was huge. He made millions per film. His lifestyle revealed his success. He bought and sold properties, founded a restaurant, and co-owned the Midnight Star Casino in Deadwood, South Dakota. Costner's work had ups and downs like any other. Many mid-1990s films bombed at the box office. Despite its large budget, Waterworld 1995 was widely criticized. Even though the losses hurt his job, Costner maintained his luxurious lifestyle. His Hollywood reputation suffered since others didn't trust him. Costner maintained his prominence. He continued to act, make movies, and build his enterprises. Personal life had the same ups and downs as business. The 1994 public divorce of Costner's first wife, Cindy Silva, followed 16 years of marriage. It was one of the most expensive show business deals ever. He reportedly paid $80 million for the deal, but the bank account impact continued. His lavish lifestyle. Despite these issues, Costner recovered. He continued to star and direct in The Postman and Open Range, and he explored music. Costner struggled when he divorced Cindy Silva for the first time in 1994 after his early Hollywood stardom. That event was financially and mentally taxing, and the $80 million settlement was a lot then and today. However, Costner found another great romance. But did it last? Costner married model and handbag designer Christine Baumgartner in 2004. You're on a date and look great together. How do we feel about friend celebrations? That feels good. Because you're around a lot of individuals in this field without jobs. That's every actress you see seeking employment. I'm glad I survived that part of my career and ended up in lasting things. Being part of a named show makes me feel fantastic. Before finding happiness, he and Bridget Rooney divorced again. After splitting from Silva in the mid-1990s, Costner briefly dated Rooney, had a kid named Liam. Liam was aided by Costner, but his bond with Rooney was finite. They split up amicably, but the media, public, and everyone else were interested in his personal affairs, making it difficult. Love the person on the other side. I can't. Costner's romantic struggles didn't diminish his dedication to fatherhood. His children have always had a loving father. Who they are and what to do with the 3 kids is unclear. From his first marriage to Cindy to his son with Bridget Rooney to his children with Christine, his future wife. Costner appeared content in 2004. He married Christine Baumgartner in a lavish ceremony at his massive Aspen ranch. Everything appeared fixed. He worked hard and tried to be a decent dad. He didn't want to balance work and fatherhood. It was sad that the marriage ended. Kevin Costner is rumored to be insolvent due to recent events in his personal life. Absolutely not. That seems sad and dreadful. Really, what happened? Stay tuned for further discussion. Kevin Costner will go bankrupt. Kevin Costner is a Hollywood icon. He has made and appeared in many films. His emergency fund should have been large, but we don't know what the day will bring. Many find it hard to believe Kevin Costner is in financial trouble. After a successful career, Costner's passion project Horizon will destroy him. He invested $38 million in a 4-part Western epic. He worked hard for money. Someone who's furious you're. I loved making that. The endeavor was his passion, but it caused Costner financial issues. Costner noted in an interview that his significant investment in Horizon has come with risks. He claimed it was evident that things were in jeopardy. Despite the financial danger, he pursued his dream. Horizon Saga is a Civil War film, followed by migration to the American West. Costner considers this a legacy project, not just a film. Worked hard for that. Costner mortgaged his massive 10-acre Montecito beachfront home to fund this project. That was huge. He likely knows what's at stake, but his determination to finish the job cost a lot. Costner said he doesn't want to lose sight of his passions and goals. He loved this movie, especially its ideas. That was the reason he took such a huge financial risk. Horizon is meant to show people the problems and struggles of a very important time in American history in a real honest way. When it came to making money, Horizon fell short of its goals. Even though Costner put a lot of money into it, it didn't live up to promises. The film, intended to be a smash hit, was lauded at Cannes but failed commercially. It earned $11 million in its opening weekend. A sad amount when you consider that it cost $100 million to make. That lack of money has put Costner in a very bad spot. He worries about how to pay for the rest of the series' episodes. Costner has other money problems besides Horizon. Personal problems have made things harder for him. The publicized split of Costner and Christine Baumgartner has put financial pressure on the actor. Costner must pay over $248,000 in child support as part of the split. That's huge. With both Horizon and his personal finances in flux, Costner finds himself in a situation where his lavish lifestyle and his passion project are pulling him in different ways. The impact of Costner's financial troubles has rippled into his real estate holdings, especially his prized Santa Barbara estate. This expensive home was a sign of how successful he was in Hollywood, but it is now in danger because Costner is having a hard time paying his bills because of his divorce and his investment in Horizon. Reports say that the production of the last few parts of the saga has been significantly slowed down. It's clear that Costner is having a rough time. All of these difficult problems have made things very bad for the actor. People are wondering if he will be able to keep living the way he does now, or if he will have to sell off assets to stay alive. You can't blame Costner for believing in himself. In fact, if you don't believe in yourself, who will? Costner has always been known as a great filmmaker, especially when it comes to westerns. His first book, Dances with Wolves, was well received by critics and cemented his name in the genre. That being said, Horizon is a whole different animal. Costner had a clearer idea for Horizon than he did for most westerns, paying special attention to the personal stories that shaped the growth of the American frontier. He told them, "I don't like a lot of westerns because they're sometimes dumb or just too black hat." White Hat this showed that he didn't like how the genre is usually presented. Costner wanted Horizon to be different. He wanted it to show both the violence and strife of the time and the people who lived in it. Costner refused to listen to people who gave him financial advice, even though he had an artistic vision. Many well-wishers told him not to put so much of his own money into Horizon, especially since making such a big project comes with a lot of risks, according to people who know him. But Costner, meanwhile, remained steadfast in his choice, driven by a desire to keep creative control and tell the story on his own terms. Now it looks like these warnings were true. You may be talking about Paramount or Taylor Sheridan, but do you think these people are disrespecting you, Kevin? I'm given this chance. Could this work? I also have another life in case this doesn't work out. As the movie's initial box office performance was bad, so supposedly the future of the series is doubtful. It's not just money that counts for Costner when it comes to everything that happens. He's said many times that his goal with Horizon was to make something that would really connect with fans. When people say, "I saw a great movie last night and I know there's another one coming out," I know I've done my job. Costner said, "I want to see it again and I want to share it." He hopes that Horizon will find an audience that understands how deep its story is and how important the issues it deals with are, even though it is limited by money. Unfortunately, we can't ignore the facts of money. Horizon didn't do well at the box office, which made it hard for Costner to get his money back. The star has said that he doesn't want to pay for everything himself. He said he didn't want to do this anymore and wanted to find someone to help pay Horizon's last few payments. But it might be hard to get more money for a project that isn't doing well financially. The effects of Horizon are also bad. After he and Christine Baumgartner split, it came out that they spent a lot of money on homes, private trips, and fancy vacations. Court records show that Costner makes more than $19 million a year, but that a lot of that money is wasted on the family's bad habits. Christine claims to spend over $6 million annually, so the divorce and Horizon losses have driven Costner to the brink. Horizon's loss and years of luxurious spending left him in a bind. Fans and industry experts wonder what Costner's future holds during this difficult time. Will he finish Horizon or quit it due to financial constraints? Will Kevin Costner rebound from these setbacks, or is his career ending? Does anyone back the project? It looks like a commercial disaster since it didn't meet estimates after $100 million was invested. Therefore, finding a sponsor will be tough. Overall, Kevin Costner is enthusiastic. His commitment to sharing the stories that matter to him has pushed him to take chances that few in his situation would be willing to take. We don't know if those risks will pay off in the long run. But right now, Costner is having money problems. This is what it means to follow your dreams, even if you're a Hollywood star. Everyone goes through it. One thing that happens in life. What do you think about Kevin Costner's strong will? Only time will tell what will happen to him. Write something below. If you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel so you can see more. Click on the next movie too, you'll like it.